Brilliant. So, if you can have a look at the screen in front of you, and if this is your first class, I think most people have been on a class quite a long time now because I've stopped the memberships for a period of time so that we can just all be together as a group. But if it might be your first class, then you might have a whiteboard or a piece of paper. And in the middle of the class, I'm going to ask to have a look and see what you've drawn, anything that you've created, any words that you've done, and we can share it with everybody. But before we do, let's look at some of these amazing pictures. We have Amari. And Junior and Isla found wonderful mushrooms. Look how cool they are. Emmeline did an acorn bracelet. Zoe and Audrey did acorn creations. Junior and Isla had a whole family of acorns. And I know that Zoe and Audrey also had their snail in the background, if you can see the snail over there, made out of a conker. Beatrice and Sky and Benicio and Eva all went and found amazing mushrooms. Look how different they are. Isabella went on a nature walk and found some acorns and oak leaves. Lydia has her acorn necklace and wreath. Maybe you're going to hang it on your door, Lydia. Evan and Rory made a pumpkin. Do you see over here? A pumpkin house or a castle. And they actually made a drawbridge for the conkers to go inside the pumpkin. How cool is that? Lucas and Clements did the acorn sinking and floating. Otto and Sol found loads of beautiful mushrooms. Eliza Vita and Rory went on a bike ride and found loads of mushrooms. And Logan made mushroom pizza. How cool is that? Also, let's look at Titi, who is the Queen of Autumn with a crown and acorn necklace and lots of acorn creations and acorns sinking and floating. We have over here, just going to move it so hopefully you can see everybody's pictures. I don't want anything to be in the way. Aurora and Alexander's family went out and found mushrooms and did a leaf crown. And writing mushroom and acorn, Jacob found mushrooms on his Christmas tree stump. How cool is that? Lark went to forest school in her dress this week, which was really cool. And Harry found, do you remember this word, Amanita muscaria, which is also called fly agaric, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is the red and white toadstool. And he managed to find those while out on a walk. How cool. Beatrice and Reuben, oh, look at these amount of mushrooms. Amazing. Sophie and Oscar found mushrooms near a tree. Seb and Xander found a highly poisonous mushroom. And Loki and Kobe found mushrooms and they went foraging. So they actually went with their parents to pick the mushrooms, took them home and made mushroom biscuits. How cool is that? Wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody, for sending me your wonderful photos. I loved seeing all of them. But today, we're doing something new. So if you can get your board or paper ready, or if you've got a whiteboard, that's also brilliant, just like this. I've got my little mushroom from last week. I'm going to read a riddle. We're going on a nature adventure. I'm going to read something to you. Let's see if you can read along with me, or you can just listen to the words and see if you can guess what are we learning about today. What are we learning about today? Let's go for it Okay. The days grow cooler. The leaves turn gold. The barns fill up with food to hold. Hopefully you can see that. It's the season farmers love to see. What time of year could this be? The season farmers love to see. What time of year could this be? Does anybody have an idea? Let's put in the chat. Let's see. People were saying, oh, Ruth has got it. Benicio's got it. Oh, it's autumn, yes, but it's a specific time of autumn. I'm going to show you a picture. Oh, some people are saying Tobias and Quinn. It is harvest time. Wonderful. On your boards then, got my pen here. I'm going to show you a picture in a minute of harvest time. We're going to learn a bit more about it. And let me just close that there. Let's write the word harvest together. If you don't want to do the writing, that's completely fine. You can just do maybe the letter H for harvest, or you could do a picture of a pumpkin. Whatever you want to do during this time is fine. If you are able to write a whole sentence, you might be able to write harvest is something else and describe, use an adjective to describe it. So first of all, let's try harvest. I think you can try a letter H on your own, can't you? Let's see, I'll give you a second. Now let's do it together. Harvest. And as I said before, I can look at your boards soon and see what you have got up to during our class. Harvest. And again, sometimes in this class, people are going quicker than others. That's completely fine. Don't worry if you're not able to go as fast as I am. And then maybe you can draw underneath a picture related to harvest, and you can show me them very shortly, okay? If you're able to write a whole sentence, harvest is, I'll leave that up to you, because I know some of you are able to write sentences too. Harvest is, I'm going to move on, but don't worry. If you haven't finished this yet, don't worry about it. I'm going to bring it back in a minute when we put our videos on for everybody, okay? So let's have a look a little bit more about harvest because I've got some such exciting things and such an exciting nature challenge to do this week with you guys as well. Hopefully you can see my face over here. I'm just going to check. I think you can. Brilliant. Okay, so harvest time is when farmers gather all the food they have grown in their fields, like wheat, corn, apples, pumpkins. And the reason why we're looking at it now is that it happens traditionally around autumn time, just before the cold winter comes in. And at harvest time, people are thankful for all of the food that's collected. Sometimes churches and schools, they decorate tables with all kinds of beautiful flowers and fruits and vegetables. And also, sometimes people bring food to places to share with others in need. It might be people that don't have a lot of money to buy their own food. It might be people that are living on the streets, homeless people that don't get food very often. So again, it's a chance to give back to those people. Maybe some of you have even given to a food bank before. And if not, when you go shopping or if you go to a supermarket with your parents, if you can look out, there's sometimes a big basket or a big box. You could think this week, could I put something extra in that box to help somebody in need? But let's go back to harvest just for a moment because over here, oops, sharing. Let's have a look at. We'll go to your favourite fruit in a minute because I think we're probably going to run out of time to do it. But before we do, let's go on to the moon. So if you watch really carefully, can you see this moon rising? I'm going to take it back. Can you watch the moon rising in the sky? Now, the harvest moon is a very special moon and it is going to be rising Tuesday, the 7th of October. And I wonder if anybody knows when that is. Today is Monday, the 6th of October. So the harvest moon will be rising tomorrow. And that's one of my nature challenges for you this week is would you like to go out and see the special harvest moon? I'm going to share a little bit more about it and then I'm going to give you the challenge. So let's go back to here again. The harvest moon is the full moon that happens closest to the first day of autumn and it's so bright. Do you see it's bright? It almost looks like yellowy golden in the sky. And a long time ago, farmers, when they were collecting all of their harvest from the fields, they would have needed more light. When it came to night time, because it was dark, they wouldn't be able to see the carrots and the pumpkins that they were collecting. Then the moon helped that they could harvest for longer into the night. And that's why it's called the harvest moon. So my challenge for you this week, I'm going to go back over here again, just for a moment, is would you like to go out on a nature walk to see, if we can say 3, 2, 1, in a minute, we'll turn out the lights. Are you ready? 3, two, one. Harvest Moon Adventure. Now, the Harvest Moon is tomorrow night. If you don't get a chance to go tomorrow night, don't worry because you can still see it throughout the rest of this week. It's just tomorrow night is when it will be the biggest. Because the days are getting shorter, you'll be able to see this Harvest Moon from 6 o'clock all the way until 9 o'clock the next morning. So if you are around tomorrow and you want to go out with your parents to go and have a look for the moon, I suggest you go about 6 o'clock. And then the next morning, when you wake up, you can look outside and you will still be able to see the harvest moon in the sky. So we're going to do a nature challenge, a treasure hunt, which is related to this harvest moon. So if I can open this again, I will share with you what we're going to do. We're going to go on a night walk. So I tell you what, we will put our cameras on. I'll go down here so you're able to turn your camera on. Start video. And hopefully I can see everybody's faces. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. In a minute, you're going to get to go out and have a look at, not the moon, but you're going to go into your house and see if you can find lots of different things ready for a night walk. If you want to do a night walk with your parents this week, put your thumbs up. Who wants to go on a harvest moon night walk? How exciting. Do you think it will be a little bit scary? Tiny bit, maybe? Maybe you have to take something with you to help you and hold your parents' hands. Okay, I'm going to show you some things you need to go into your house and collect, and then you will be ready for tomorrow to do your night walk. Oh, I can see. Do you want to show me your boards, by the way, as well? If anybody's written the word harvest or done a whole sentence or drawn a picture, let's see. Oh, wow, I can see somebody. Flow. Harvest is beautiful. Oh, wow, amazing. Harvest. This is wonderful. Such beautiful pictures of corn, emmeline and wheat. Wow, that is amazing. Okay then, so get yourselves ready, give yourselves a shake. Who is ready to go and find all of these items? I'm going to show you on the screen, but I'm only going to show you quickly. There's a word, for those of you that can read, you can read the word first. And for those of you who want to look at the picture, you can see the picture. And then I'm going to say, ready, steady, go. And you've got to collect all of the things, okay? So let's have a look over here. I'm going to share again. What do you need for a harvest moon night walk? It's going to be, what does the word say? Can anybody read it? Yes, it's a coat. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. What else do you need? Can anyone read that word? A scarf. Next word. Socks. Warm socks. The next one, you might not be able to find this. I was running around my house everywhere last night trying to find this. Can you read it? Torch. Torch. And the last thing, can you find one of these? I don't know if you would take it out with you, but maybe. A candle. So really quickly, coat, scarf, socks, torch, and candle. Are you ready? On your marks. Once you've got them, bring them back. And I'm going to turn off my screen because maybe you could put them on so I can see you wearing your things for night walk. Are you ready? On your marks, get set, go! Go, 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 go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Let's see if everybody's got all of their things. They're ready to go. Let me just make sure I put my big one here like this. You're all ready. Wonderful. You're all dressed up. I know it's crazy because it's sunny outside and actually I feel really warm in my house at the moment, but you are all prepared to go for your night walk. Wonderful. You've even got your torches. Fantastic. And your socks. Fantastic. Let's just see everybody on this page. Wow, you're all prepared to go. Head torches as well. Oh my goodness, you guys really are prepared. Fantastic. Okay, I am getting really hot. So I might have to take off my hood in a minute. If you want to turn your videos off, I'm going to share a bit more about this night walk and other things that you can do during this harvest time. Okay, so, whew, I'm too hot. I'll go back to this speaker view. The sun is shining through my window and I am boiling with this coat on. But I'm glad you're all prepared because when you go out, I would like you to make sure that you are looking, but also using your senses. So you can use, what senses do we have? We can be looking. We can be, what another thing we could be doing is listening. What different sounds could we hear at night time? I'm just going to make sure that everyone's video is off. Just a moment. Off, off, off. Can everyone just pop their videos off? There we go. Stop video. Bye bye, Emmeline. Bye bye, Naomi, Otto, and Sal. And Amari. Turn you off. And Otto and Sal. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to share a little bit more. Let's go back to this screen for a moment. Oops, Daisy. We've got our videos on. Now, when you go out for your night walk, I want you to think about all the things you can see, but also the things that you can hear using your senses, maybe the things that you can feel. And I'm going to read this poem to you now, and I want you to imagine that you're out on your night walk. But because when you're writing and reading, rhyming words and poems are really good to help you with your spellings, with listening, and to be able to figure out the way that words go together in a sentence. So when I stop, let's see if you're able to say the next part of this poem, which is all about the harvest moon. Okay, so I'm going to move this down here because I can't see the poem. The harvest moon will rise tonight. I'm sure it will be very bright. Have you said bright? Give me a high five. Good job. We'll wrap up warm, step out the porch. Don't forget to take your torch. Through fields and lanes, we'll take a walk, holding hands as we skip. And what might you be doing when you're skipping? Skipping and talk. And on the farms, food will be collected. Apples and pumpkins, all carefully Now, my daughter had trouble with this one. What rhymes with collected? Apples and pumpkins all carefully selected. Good if you had that one. Oh, let me go back to here. Sorry. Back to my poem. Okay, next verse. Carrots and parsnips squash in a heap. Baskets of harvest piled high. And what's the opposite of if something is high? Down, 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 deep. Let's share something and make sure to feed people who are in real need. Yeah, those people that need food. Like we said, the homeless people or people who can't afford their own food. And when we get home, warm in our bed, dreams of the lovely harvest will fill our heads. Okay, let's have a look then at some other rhyming words. I tell you what, I'm going to write it on my board instead because I'm not sure if my face is showing on there. So if you can take your board, again, if you don't feel like writing, that's completely fine. You don't have to write. You can just listen to the rhyming sounds. I'm going to write a word and I want to see if you can think of what word would rhyme with it. It doesn't have to be one word, it could be many different ones. I'm going to start with a bit of an easier one. It's something you might see when you're out and about. Oh, just checking you can see me. Yep. When you're out and about on your harvest moon adventure. Here's my word. What word is that? Bat. Now, can you think of any other words that would rhyme with bat? And if you can, you could write them in a row. You could write them round in a circle. Somebody's already put rat. Excellent. Can you think of any others? And this is going to help you. Maybe you'd be able to even make your own poems. My daughter Grace loves going around saying all kinds of things like, there was a big bat who was very fat, who sat on a rat and then ate a cat. So if you can write a few words that rhyme with bat, that would be brilliant. Then I'm going to move on to the next word, which is a little bit more difficult because I think bat is quite an easy one to rhyme with. And then at the end, you can show me all of your words. Oh, people are writing hat, sat, mat. Brilliant. You can write it in the chat. Chat rhymes as well. Or you could write it on your board. Okay, let's do the next one. Again, if I'm going too quickly, don't worry. Just do as much as you can or as little as you want to. It's up to you. Let's go to the next word. I've written it down here and it is a bit more tricky. This one. The harvest. What did it say? Moon. Now I've got a good one that I can make up. The harvest moon is coming. Oh, someone's put a cocoon. It might be cocoon. Cartoon. That's a great one. Benicio, I like your picture of the moon as well. The harvest moon is coming. Soon would be a good one. Maybe some of you can think of even more words that rhyme with moon. We had cartoon. What about something that looks like a moon that rises in the sky if you let it go? You have to blow into it. Balloon. Spoon. Well done. Ruth came up with spoon. Flow. Balloon. Well done. Okay, we'll stop there for a moment because maybe be able to carry on and do some more rhymes this week with your parents. But before we go, I wanted to share with you some nature challenges. So if I can go back to my screen over here, because we've also got a quiz to do. So many things today. And I feel like my Zoom is just all over the place. I'm sorry that it's not sharing when I want it to. I don't know why. Oh, it is sharing. Okay. Let's go back to here for a minute. Right. I love teaching, but I do not love Zoom sometimes. Let's go back here. Brilliant. Okay, we've done our rhyming words. We've got the word light there as well, which is something you could do after the class. But here are our nature challenges for this week. Number one was going to be something that I created with Grace that you might want to make at home on your own or with your parents to help you. And it's a harvest moon spire. You're able to see the moon through this hole. And all we did is got a piece of card, painted it. We mixed the colours. Grace wanted it to be like a bluey black, so she mixed the colours to make the perfect shade. Then we did some glitter. Now, one of the leaves has fallen off, but we put some leaves around there, some stars, and then she wrote Harvest Moon. And tomorrow night, when we go out for our walk, we might take this with us so she can look through or hold it up, be able to see the moon in the sky through the hole there. So maybe you want to make one of your own Harvest Moon creations. Okay, next one is this over here. Let's go to it. A night walk and taking a photo of the moon. You could take a photograph in the evening and then in the morning to show the difference of how has the moon changed? How has the size changed? What's the difference between the night moon and the day moon? And then finally, my favourite one of all is apple picking. Now, Grace and I we harvested our own apples this week. We picked apples and then we made something very, very delicious, which I will show you. Now, do you like, this is kind of like my breakfast, which is probably not the healthiest thing in the world. Does anybody like apple crumble? Grace and I, we harvested apples. I'm not the best cook in the world. Maybe you are better at cooking and baking, maybe your parents are, but I found apple crumble was so easy to make. We just got the apples. I'm going to send you the ingredients list. And maybe you can read through the ingredients with your parents. You could read how many of each ingredient you need to put in. The maths, you can read the numbers, you can do the weighing of the scales. There's so much learning going on when you're doing cooking, and you could make apple crumble too. I've got cream with mine, but Grace had hers with ice cream. So that's another thing that you could do this week as well, which is harvesting apples and then making your own apple crumble. But before we go, I've got a quiz for you guys, and I'm going to share it over here. You just open it up just to see what you already know about harvest time. Oh, here it is. Okay, I thought it disappeared then. My computer's decided to do lots of interesting things today. I hope you're still on Zoom. Oh no. Oh no. Are you still there? Oh yes, you are. I thought I'd close Zoom. Sorry, my computer has gone from having all the icons on the bottom to suddenly in the middle of my lesson putting them all into one. So I'm sorry about that. I thought I'd got rid of you, but didn't. Phew. Okay, we are going to have a look at this little quiz over here. Harvest quiz. So, question number 1, you can say A, B, or C. And I tell you what, let's put your videos on so that I can see you as well. If I go down to here, allow videos, so I can see your faces while we do this quiz together. Allow video, start video. There we go. Okay, the questions are A, B, and C. So if I say A, you can do thumbs up. If you think it's B, thumbs up for that, or if you think it's C. Let's go back over here again. Is it going to work? Yes, it's working, thank goodness. Okay, question number 1. What is this? It's all to do with harvest. Is it a combine harvester? Big hands up if you think it is, thumbs up. B, a truck. Or C, a bus? What do you think? Hopefully, everyone's going to say, well, let me have a look at you guys and see what you're saying. Yep, it's a combine harvester, of course. So let's go back here. Oh, people are writing in the chat. Great. That's a much better idea, actually. So I don't have to keep going backwards and forwards. It's a combine harvester. Brilliant. Okay, let's go to the next question. Which fruit usually grows in the UK? England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. It could be 2 of them. It could be 1 of them. What do you think? Write in the chat your answers. A, B, or C. Or maybe it's A and B. Or B and C. Okay. Who thinks apples? Yeah, we've already said that we harvest apples. Oh, sorry, which does not grow in the UK. Apples do grow. Which one does not grow? I think we know that cherries do grow. Good. And bananas. Yeah, they need mild and hot climates, so they do not grow in the UK. Okay, let's try this question. Where do potatoes grow? A, above the ground, B, on small trees, or C, under the ground? What do you think? A, B, or C? Let's see in the chat. People are saying, oh, yes, lots of people have got it right. So, above the ground? No. On small trees? No. Under the ground? Yes, very good. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I've actually run out of time. And I wanted to say a big goodbye to you before we all go. Could you try to put your sound on today? You should be able to click on your audio so we can all shout goodbye. Maybe we can say happy harvest moon. I'm going to let everybody unmute themselves, okay? Oh, I can hear you. After 3, can we shout?